Let's see how many people. Okay, one. Hi, Sunidhi. Are you there?
Hello, miss.
Hi, Sunidhi, are you there?
Hello, Miss. I'm there.
I can't hear you. Okay, there's Veer.
Miss, can you hear me now?
Now I can hear you. Yes, could you turn your video on, please? So I can look at you also. Okay. Okay, had either of you asked for cupcakes today? You had, Sunidhi? Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. Let me look for some more cupcake designs. And we try and draw some of these. Do you have any specific cupcakes that you like?
No, Miss.
All right. Okay, here are the images, and I'm going to show you how to draw these and paint these. Do you have watercolors, Nidhi? All right, okay. Okay, here are the pictures. I've just shared them on our group. So I will show you how to draw these, and then what we can do over here. Okay. So there's this one, and there's this one. Any other specific one you'd like, Sunidhi? Any for you, Veer?
No, Miss.
No? Okay. All right. Sunidhi, keep your video on. So let's try making this one first, the one with the three colors. I'll draw it once first, so you get to see it. Don't draw at that time, but draw after me. Okay, I'll show you the picture and you draw it yourself. All right. But right now, just watch me draw. Sorry. All right. So a basic cupcake shape is, I'm not making it too large, as you can see. This is my full page. And I'm just going to make it about, what happened? So just about so big. Okay, don't make it too big, maybe so much. Now always try to imagine your picture on the blank paper. So if my cupcake is so big, maybe the icing is so much, and my cake is about so much. Okay. So this is how we'll start off. First, make the base. I'm going to draw this again. So I want you to first see how I draw it. Then we'll draw the whole thing again, step by step. Okay. Don't be in a rush. Now here's the base. Then I'm going to make a slight zigzag line for the butter paper, and you can actually make lines come down like that. So lines on this side will be tilted towards the left. As they come to the center, they'll become straighter. And the lines on the right will be turned towards the right. Okay. Now we do need to make the cake somewhere over here, but usually the frosting comes over the cake. So we can't make the cake and then make the frosting. So I'm going to not make the cake, but on top of this, I'm just going to make some lines go wiggly woggly like that. But as they go higher, they will become smaller. And on top of this, I'm going to put nice round cherry. And let's put a wafer. I love how wafers look, but they taste ridiculous. That's it. Okay? Got it? Shall we try this together? All right. Okay. So let's first make 2 lines, which is the base of the cupcake. And now imagine a line that goes slightly curved, in which you will make a zigzag line. Draw it slowly. If I'm going too fast, you can tell me to stop. I'll go slowly. Okay, now draw the lines on the cupcake paper. First, draw a line in the center. It's better that way. Then draw a line slightly curved on the left, not curved, tilted on the left and a little tilted on the right, just a little bit, not too much. And then draw the lines in between. Maybe 2 lines, maybe 3 lines, whatever fits. Now here's another way in which we can make these wiggly lines for the frosting. So I want you to lightly mark the area where we want the frosting. Might be easier that way. It's like almost a pyramid shape, but not without a tip on top. Now you can make a line come like that in this space. And you can draw waves of lines. So this is one color. Then you can draw the second color. So you can draw 2 ways. You can draw it like this also, and you can draw it like this also. And the third one. And now for the wafer. Thickness for the wafer, that looks nice. More icing on this than cupcake itself. Okay, now I'm going to show you a picture of a cake which has just got the icing on it. And I want you to try to draw that now. This should be easy to draw. Just the icing. Now look here, one thing you could also do is notice how these lines are drawn. They're not too difficult to draw. So notice how you have a line on the triangle that goes like this. Another one goes like that. and then there's a line in between. See? So try and see if you can draw the edges of this frosting as you see it in the photograph. All right? There. And here we don't even see any of the cake. It's only frosting. And on this now, just see if you can draw those chocolate sprinkles. It's got chocolate sprinkles on it. How's it going, kids? Okay. Okay, shall we make the third one now? Oh. Now this one, if you want, you can try starting from the top. Draw the strawberry first and then draw the icing because this picture has been taken from the top, more the top than the front, right? In this picture, you will not see the zigzag line over here. You hardly see it. So you don't need to make it. This address, and you should that delivery is not seen. So, that's a piece of destiny.
That is what you see your reality.
No, that's not. No.
So tomorrow, what time?
Tomorrow you can come at 1 o'clock. To the studio.
Okay.
Still attach it? Okay.
This is really nice.
What's that? Experience. Doing a 7 days student. The kind of illustration.
Amazing.
Shall we paint? Shall we start painting? Okay, 1 minute. Okay. Do you still want to look at the picture? Okay. Are you done, Veer? Yeah? Okay. Let's start painting. Okay, I want to show you that when you're painting something like that, one way of painting is, of course, to put in the flat color and just make it very colorful. So we just have to match the colors now. I'm taking a little bit of a yellow and I'm putting that color here. And there's a wave over here. And then a little bit on top. Then I'm just to observe this first. Then I'm going to take a magenta or no, crimson, not magenta. And I'm going to merge it like that between this and this. So this will look like vanilla and strawberry mixed. And then I'm going to take chocolate color, which will be burnt umber. That's the dark brown color here. And I'm going to mix that. Oops. Over here. But I'm going to take care that it does not merge into my cake. And then I'm also going to put over here. So even if the color is light, don't use white. Don't mix it with white and watercolor. Okay, do you want to try this?
Ma'am, I couldn't hear what color you used in the first color, the yellow.
That was this. That was a watery gamboge.
Got it. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. I think I'll just write down the colors there. Remember to just stain the paper. Don't go back and forth like color pencils. Okay. Good morning. Hi. How's it going? Do you have any problems? Do you need help? Okay. Now, after the first layer dries completely, mine is completely dried. So if you finish painting, then you can just observe. I take a little bit of this color, but I'll check in the palette how much I have. Okay. And I can brighten the colors now. So I will go over some of the lines, not all of them, just the edges with this color. So then it becomes nice and bright. The second layer really makes the color shine. And even over here. And depending upon the size of the area, change the brush. So if you have a large area, use a large brush, a small area, use a small brush. Now I'm going to paint the cherry in a mix of scarlet and crimson. So I have this crimson here, I'm going to add a little bit of scarlet. Now if you're not sure about the color, remember you can always use a rough sheet to test the color. Now you can give a little highlight on the cherry and pull the color away from that highlight. Now in the photograph, the highlight is not so shiny, but no matter, it still works. Now you can use a yellow ochre shade, maybe mixed a little bit with gamboge, very watery shade, and paint the wafer. But remember to do the second layer of paint only after the first layer has completely dried. Okay, now while this is drying, let's paint the chocolate. Are you done with the triple cupcake? No? Okay, fine. I'll give you some time. Veer, do you have the chocolate cupcake reference image?
Yes.
Okay, do you want to try painting it?
Okay, I'll try. Yeah.
Okay, try it. While Sunidhi finishes hers, you can try painting that. Now we remember over here we have light color highlights. Huh? You may be, if you just skip painting over here, you might get that effect.
Yes. Yes.
Yes, Sunidhi.
Yes, I'm done painting.
Okay, good. Okay. So now for the chocolate. Now this color, burnt umber, is usually a nice color for chocolate. So when you have a full chocolate cake, I want you to see the image one more time. See over here, it is a little light on the left. And plus the icing is a little lighter than the cake itself, correct? So we're going to try and draw it or paint it like that. How do we do this? It's a very simple trick. So first the color of the chocolate icing is a little bit of burnt umber and I think a little bit of yellow ochre, right? It's a little lighter than dark chocolate. So we'll mix that. And when you're painting this, you can paint it like that. Leave a few sections blank on the left and press the brush down. Don't paint everything on the left side. But on the right, mostly you can paint. So in a sense, just leave a few sections unpainted and more of those sections on the left than on the right. See, and automatically it looks as if there's a shadow in a few places. That's all you do. I'm going to write down the color over here. We have burnt umber, plus yellow ochre. Sunidhi, hold the book. Hold the book. Don't hold your chin. Hold the book. Sit straight and hold the book. That way your hand moves much nicer, more control. Okay, after this is completely dry, we will just take burnt umber and that too. Now look at how I'm going to paint this. Again, it's going to be with a thin brush. I'm just going to paint under the icing. I'm going to leave a little section over there unpainted. And then I'm going to paint on the lines, at least on the on the left hand side. See, then automatically what happens is that it looks like there is light and shadow. I'm going to leave a little space and the rest I'm going to paint. So to be able to paint easily, you need to have control. That's why you should keep your left hand down and hold the paper. Because your chin is usually not going anywhere, but this paper, if it moves, then your line becomes crooked and everything goes for a toss, isn't it? I love painting cupcakes. And then I get very hungry. I don't like eating cupcakes too much, but they look so beautiful. Cupcake. So you like eating cake then. Do either of you bake? Do you make cupcakes? Oh, Sunidhi makes cupcakes. Very good.
I know how to make things. Like like recently I baked a cake for Mother's Day.
Oh, how nice. What flavor did you make?
Chocolate.
Very good. Even I like chocolate cakes. So
Yeah,
did you use a special recipe?
no, not really, not really. I just kind of like looked around,
Okay.
asked a few of my family members on what to do, and then yeah. But like I want to learn how to cook,
Uh-huh.
and I cook a lot. Yeah, so
I think it's wonderful learning to cook. It's a great skill. Okay, now while this is drying, the base of the cupcake, here we can do a few things. If you can see the dark lines, you can make a few lines dark like that, and they can crisscross a little bit. So this would look like a nice shadow. Now what I've done is I've just added a little bit of burnt umber to our icing color, frosting color. And then I'm using an even smaller brush that is even like number 0 or 1. Oh, there's so small, there's no number on it. And I'm going to take the burnt umber. Just make sure that it's nice and dark. And I'm going to then paint the sprinkles. So even the sprinkles usually have a little bit of a highlight. So this can be a little tough to paint, but you should give it a shot. Without the highlight, sprinkles really don't look like sprinkles. If they're not shiny, then they don't look like sprinkles. So very carefully draw a rectangle and don't paint it through and through. Just paint half of it, and the remaining half will look like a highlight. See, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw one down here so you can see it. I carefully drew a rectangle and then I just painted half of it. And with the same brush, I will continue to make a few dark patches. Now we can also add a little bit of black to, or even blue, to the burnt umber, and I'll make a deeper brown color. And you know what I'm going to do with this? I am going to now make a few dark lines over here. So this looks like it has a nice shadow. And remember, our cake was really dark. So part of it, especially the one on the right, and on the left, I'm making it very, very thin lines in the bottom. There. How's it looking, kids? Looking good? Very nice. Okay, now how about the strawberry cupcake? Do you want to try and paint it together? So you want to figure out what the colors will be, because I can show you how it looks. And if you get stuck, then you can ask me and I can help you out. Remember to start painting with the light colors. So the cake first, then the icing, and then the strawberry. Okay? Now, when you want to make that light color of the cake, How will you do this? Which shades will you use?
Ma'am, I think we would use gamboge here, right?
Yes. Try using gamboge and also a yellow ochre. And keep it very light, very little pigment and a little more water than usual. And we'll have to wait before we paint the strawberry icing. So while the paint is drying, we could either draw more cupcakes or we could just write the text. I love writing text. Who do you think thought of the idea of making the first cupcake? We should do some research about this. Okay, now for the strawberry icing, again, take a very little bit of crimson, I think. I'm taking a little bit of crimson, very little like that. Almost a wash. And so it almost is as if you're using pink water, nothing more than that.
If you love me, Arjun, can you help me link the Spotify account to the PC? You got me, no.
Okay, so these are, shall I write the colors for these also? Maybe I should, no? So here we have gamboge plus yellow ochre. Then we have crimson. And for strawberry, we will have scarlet and crimson. I think I'll use same brush should do. So making a mix of scarlet and crimson. And for strawberries, we can do two things. We can first make these seeds. So look at how I'm doing this. First, I'll make a line that's straight. I'll just show this to you and then I'll share the image again. So first I make these dots like these for the seeds. And then I'm going to paint afterwards. And these dots go round like that. So they're almost like little teardrop shapes, very tiny. They go roundish like this. I'm sure you have seen strawberries, right? And drawing them in pencil is great because then I can just do this. I can make a highlight and just go around the highlight and pull the color down to as far as I need it. See, this is an easy way to make strawberry. And then also the same color, we can make a few specks in the icing. That's what they have shown at least. Very lightly, not too much. Then when that dries, you can use sap green for the leaves. Now, before we end, I wanted to show you one thing, is putting shadows. So all of these, like the chocolate cake looks very interesting because it's got shadows. And the others also, we can put shadows. So you can use a yellow ochre. I want you to see this. Kids, just look up. So you have a little bit of yellow ochre with which I'm taking very little. I'm going to make a little shadow on the right of this cake and use the same paint to go over some of the edges. I could also take this brown that we use for chocolate, but a little lighter. So how do I lighten it? I just take off a little bit on my rag. And don't do it too often because otherwise you'll make the other color run. You can do the same for the chocolate icing that we did, for the strawberry icing. And you can take one of these colors and also make a checker mark on the wafer. See? Now we can do the same thing with the yellow ochre and maybe a little bit of black or gray. So I'm going to make some marks like that. That same color over here. See how light my color is? And I'm pressing the brush now. And if you're not sure about this, you don't have to do it. Then you can also do this thing with color pencil if you want. And that's it. Okay, I'm going to take a minute and come back to the desk. You'll continue. Okay, I'm back, kids. How is it looking? Oh, nice. Very nice. Could you please put up a picture of that on the group? How cute is that? Very nicely done. Oh, Veer, can I see yours? Are you done?
Ma'am, the chocolate one is not good because you told me to do it before.
I know. That's okay. That's okay. It's still good. It's still good. So
Yeah.
there is some, you make some stuff after I give you instruction, but it's also important for you to know how you do without instruction, because I'm not going to be around all the time. And you have to figure out how to use whatever instruction I've given in the past to figure out how to do new instruction, right? So this is the only way you'll do it. And some places, maybe you will make a different choice. It's not wrong. It's just different. That's all. Okay. All right. So what thoughts about next week? What would you like to make? Since Sunidhi thought about cupcakes for this week, Veer, do you want to suggest for next week?
Last week I asked whether we could do like cartoon animals.
Cartoon animals. All right. You are going to attend next week, right? All right. So cartoon animals have already written. We shall do that then. Okay, so I'll see you next week then. Bye.